Good morning, Pre-K. Let's continue on with Chapter 10 of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. This one, when we stopped yesterday, remember that Alice had met the mock turtle. And he was very sad and not very much fun, so she decided to move on from him. But then he said, "Let me tell you my story." So he started telling her a story, and it all turned very silly, as everything in this book does. But we thought one of the clues might be the fact that the griffin keeps saying, "It's all make-believe." So, Chapter 10 is called The Lobster Quadrille. A quadrille is a dance. So maybe we meet dancing lobsters? I do not know. The mock turtle sighed deeply and drew the back of one flipper across his eyes. He looked at Alice and tried to speak, but for a minute or two, sobs choked his voice. "Same as if he had a bone in his throat," said the griffin, and he started shaking him, patting him on the back. At last, the mock turtle got his voice back. With tears running down his cheeks, he went on. "You may not have lived much under the sea." "I haven't," said Alice. "Then you were never, ever introduced to a lobster." "No, never," said Alice. "So you can have no idea what a delightful thing a lobster quadrille is." I do believe the quadrille is where you dance with groups of 4 people, because quad means 4, but I could be wrong. Let's find out. "No, indeed," said Alice. "What sort of a square dance is it?" "Well," said the griffin, "you first form a line along the seashore." "2 lines," cried the mock turtle. "Seals, turtles, salmon, and so on. Then, when you've cleared all the jellyfish out of the way—" "That generally takes some time," interrupted the griffin. "You step forward twice, each with a lobster as a partner," cried the griffin. "Of course," said the mock turtle. "Step forward twice with your partners, change lobsters, and go backward the same way," continued the griffin. "Then, you know," the mock turtle went on, "you throw the—" "The lobsters!" shouted the griffin, jumping into the air, "as far out into the sea as you can." "Swim after them!" screamed the griffin. "Turn a somersault in the sea!" cried the mock turtle, jumping about wildly. This is a wonderful picture. It would make a great coloring page. Here are all the lobsters and seals and salmons and the mock turtle all dancing. So, we're turning a somersault in the sea. "Then you change lobsters again," yelled the griffin at the top of his voice. "Swim back to land again, and that's all," said the mock turtle, suddenly dropping its voice. The 2 creatures who had been jumping around like mad sat down again very sadly and quietly and looked at Alice. "I must be a very pretty dance," said Alice timidly. "Would you like to see a little bit?" said the mock turtle. "Yes, I would," said Alice. "Come on, let's try the first part," said the mock turtle to the griffin. "We can do without the lobsters, you know." "Which shall sing?" "Oh, you sing," said the griffin. "I've forgotten the words." So they began solemnly dancing round and round Alice, every now and then stepping on her toes. They waved their forepaws to mark the time, and while the mock turtle sang very slowly and very sadly. "Will you walk a little faster?" said a whiting to a snail. "There's a porpoise close behind us, and he's treading on my tail." See how eagerly the lobsters and the turtles all advance. They're waiting on the shingle. Will you come and join the dance? Will you, won't you, will you, won't you, will you, won't you join the dance? Will you, won't you, will you, won't you, won't you join the dance? I really kind of like that song. I don't know what the tune sounds like, but it's kind of fun. They sang and danced and danced and sang, and then all at once, it was over. Okay, here's a big picture of Alice and the Griffin and the Mock Turtle dancing while the Mock Turtle sang. Oh, thank you. It's a very interesting dance to watch, said Alice, feeling very glad that it was over at last. And I do so like that curious song. Curious indeed, said the Griffin, but it all makes perfect sense when one says the words aloud. And now, tell us some of your adventures. I could tell you my adventures beginning from this morning, Alice said timidly. But it's no use going back to yesterday, because I was a different person then. Explain all that, said the Mock Turtle. Oh, no. The adventures first, said the Griffin impatiently. Explanations take too much time. So Alice began telling them about her adventures beginning when she first saw the White Rabbit. The two creatures sat very close to her, one on each side, and opened their eyes and their mouths very wide. It made her quite nervous, but she felt better as she went on with her story. The Mock Turtle and the Griffin kept quiet until she finished. After she was done, the Mock Turtle drew in a long breath and said, "That's a very curious story." Here's Alice telling them her story. And they were very good listeners. How about that? Yes, it's about as curious as it can be, said the Griffin. Shall we try another part of the lobster quadrille? Or would you like the Mock Turtle to sing you a song? Oh, I would love to hear a song, Alice replied, so eagerly that the Griffin said in a rather offended tone, Well, that is your choice. Sing her Turtle Soup, will you, old fellow? The Mock Turtle sighed deeply and began in a voice sometimes choked with sobs to sing. And we're going to stop there today. We will finish the song next time. And I might even look up and see if I can find any music that goes with this. If I find something, I'll play it for you. So, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.